Yeah, hey, I'm here doing my kilt video. Scottish Kilt Company or whatever. I bought this, let's see if we can adjust this. Bought this kilt, there we go, see? Beautiful pattern. I use them for hiking. I love to hike in a kilt, you know. And I'm from Canada and I used to hike in mine all the time. But it's cooler, right? And I make kilts too, and I've always made my own hiking kilts. But here, my heavy wool kilt's a little bit warm because I'm in northern Thailand. And it's cooler up in the mountains here, but still pretty warm. So I bought this nice kilt. And look at that beautiful Rourke Fru pattern. Anyway, I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do a video just talking about the details, right? But I thought I'd do something to introduce this is so you can see where I'm walking. And what I do, let's see if I can get around here. What I do, I love to go, I can't really see it, I guess. Nope. In this pack basket, which is a canoe backpack basket actually from North America, traditionally used for canoeing, but here people use baskets all the time for packs too. What I do is I hike up to get my drinking water. It's not the only option here, so it's not like I have to, but it's great water, and I love to go in the woods, and love to go hiking in the woods anyway, so it definitely gets me out once or twice a week just to do that alone. So it's almost 2 kilometers up and then 2 kilometers back, so it's a decent walk, you know. Anyway, so just an introduction. You can see the kind of country I'm walking in. Super forested, heavy, dense tropical highland forest, I guess you could say. You might get away with calling it a rainforest, but it's debatable. Anyway, so just as an introduction, here's the kilt. I'll be back with you in a minute, showing the details and fabric and all that. Thanks. Okay, hello. I've been doing lots of YouTube videos today. Today is for the kilt. I bought this kilt from Scottish Kilt. It's called Scottish Kilt Company. I'll put a link in the description. Anyway, I got this kilt. I ordered it a while ago, and it came very quickly actually. And it's a synthetic material. But look at that pattern, eh? It's called Rourke Fru, and I just fell in love with the pattern when I saw it online. But my main task today is to talk about what I think of the kilts, you know, that they have. Now, first of all, I'll bring my bona fides a bit, if I don't mind. I'm also a kilt maker, okay? This is just your, basic red Royal Stewart tartan. This is a full-on hand-stitched kilt, right? You can see every pleat. Can you see that? Anyway, you'll see individual stitches off each pleat, and it's pure wool, and it's cold pressed and everything. It's really traditionally made of your standard kilt. Sorry, that sun's getting in the way. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that because I kind of know what kilts are about. Like the pleating is super deep on these, right? And it's also very fine pleating. And you'll see, as much as possible, I try to match the pattern. Match the tartan as you do. There's another way of doing kilts where you kind of emphasize a vertical line, and it's more of a military style, and like the black watch that has the yellow stripe is really, you can see that quite often. It's quite beautiful actually. It's more a military style for sure. Anyway, so here we are with the one from Scottish Kilt Company, and look, the pattern is really nicely done. These kilts are made in Pakistan, which is great, giving people a job, and they're obviously fantastic sewers, you know. Anyway, so they're matching the pattern really nicely. I guess obviously they're machine stitched, right? There's no way you're going to get a hand stitched kilt for, I think this one was $40 American, 45 around there, plus shipping. And also there's no way you're going to get a wool kilt for that, because the wool alone would be way more. These aren't, like my kilt is full, it must be at least 8 yards and stuff. These aren't 8 yards, these are less. And to tell you the truth, that's why that's initially why I got it. I mean, I think they might make and sell full kilts as well, like full 8-9 yard kilts, if that's what you're looking for. But I like to hike in a kilt, right? And you might be able to see in the background that and the sound, you can hear all these insects. I live in the mountains in northern Thailand, to the east of Chiang Mai, and that full-on kilt, I've worn it during the winter. It can be quite cool here, and it's nice to wear hiking and stuff then. But for most of the year, even though it's cooler up here, it's way too heavy and way too warm. But I've hiked on it twice so far, and it's been great. It's just been fantastic. Because it's quite lightweight, right? Because it's not so much fabric. And I don't know if it's acrylic. It's a synthetic, I think, of some sort. But it has a really woolly feel, right? It doesn't feel like some sort of plasticky material. I'm almost tempted to do a burn test because it feels like there's wool in this, you know. But that's hard to say, and it doesn't matter. I don't care. The fact that it's acrylic is a bonus for me, right? I mean, a wool kilt is so beautiful, but for my purposes and needs and budget, this is just fantastic. And you know, the straps are a nice leather, pure leather. The buckles are a nicely sort of antique brass, you know, real brass. It's done well. There's like loops in the back for, usually you put a sporin in there, I guess. The guys wear sporins, you know. But you know, I use that for other things. Yeah, has the loops, you know, for hanging on a hanger. The backing is a kind of a lining material, I guess. And I guess I don't know what else to say. Super happy with it. There's a couple of other patterns that I really like that I'll probably end up ordering another one or two from them for basically the same function, you know. Yeah, really satisfied with them. Very reliable. Anytime I've communicated with them, they respond quite quickly, and don't know what to say. Very nicely made. Oh, another thing that's a little different, and obviously this would be the case, but I just want to show you some differences, is that the hem is it's hemmed, right? So it's folded and sewn. On a traditional kilt, normally, or the way I would make them, is the hem would be the selvage, right? Which is the horizontal edge of the fabric, right? Now, doing that's great, and there's no seam there. I mean, the other thing is, because these don't have as much fabric in them, you can do that, and it's not a problem. A big long piece of fabric like this with a doubled over hem is a bit problematic in terms of stiffness and weight, but it doesn't seem to interfere at all with the one I bought from Scottish Kilt. Anyway, so just so you know, if you're expecting a selvage edge on the kilt, that's, at least according to the one I have, maybe other ones are different, that's not what it is. But again, I don't want to say that's a negative thing at all. It works just fine. And even, like, one thing with a kilt is the movement, right? It even, because, you know, when you're walking the kilt, one thing that's beautiful about it, just on a aesthetic sense, visual, how it feels on you, that the fabric moves in a certain way. Not quite the same, but it's in the realm. Yeah. Anyway, that's my review for what it's worth. I recommend them. Anyway, this is a little different. I do most of my videos for when I go hiking in the forest, and the introduction to this was me coming down from getting some water, because I go up to a spring up in the mountain to get my drinking water, and I've been wearing my kilt to do that. It's all good. Anyway, hope this finds you all well, and get out in the forest and hike, and if you have a kilt, wear the kilt. Okay, bye.